It started with a single tweet, 7 words, no punctuation, no explanation, just not everything has been said, not yet. And just like that, Taylor Swift threw the entire internet into chaos. Within minutes, hashtags like #TS11, #SwiftiesAssemble, and #SecretAlbum began trending worldwide. No one knew exactly what she meant, but when it comes to Taylor, cryptic messages are never just random. Her fans have learned over the years that if she's being vague, it means something big is coming. Taylor Swift doesn't do anything by accident, from the way she capitalizes letters in her Instagram captions to the outfits she wears to award shows. Everything is deliberate. She's built a reputation as the ultimate strategist, someone who leaves breadcrumbs for fans to follow, knowing they'll decode every clue. So when this mysterious tweet hit her feed at 11:11 p.m. on a full moon, people didn't just see it as poetic musings, they saw a signal. Within the first hour, Swifties were already combing through her past interviews, recent social media posts, and even her most recent Spotify playlists. One fan pointed out that the tweet came exactly 131 days after the release of the Tortured Poets Department, her last studio album. That number, 131, immediately raised eyebrows. Not only does it break down to 13, her famously lucky number, but it also mirrors the title of her secretive 2019 documentary, Miss Americana, which featured similar timelines and hidden meanings. Then came the Reddit deep dives. Users started connecting dots that seemed at first like a stretch. But with Taylor, even the stretches sometimes turn out to be true. For instance, someone noticed that in her last music video, a wall clock in the background was set to 3:26. That could have been random, until another fan pointed out that March 26th was the date she registered a new song with BMI, the music publishing rights organization. That song curiously hasn't been released. It's titled Ashes and Roses. This sent fans spiraling further. Ashes and Roses sounds exactly like the kind of name Taylor would give a hidden track or even an entire surprise album. It's melancholy, poetic, and evocative. Exactly the tone she's leaned into during her recent creative phase. And then someone pulled receipts. A week before her tweet, she was photographed leaving Electric Lady Studios in New York. She wore a black trench coat and a red scarf, an obvious nod to All Too Well. But some fans claimed it wasn't a throwback. It was a bridge between her red era and something new, something darker. Industry insiders didn't help matters either. One popular podcast host, who has previously leaked accurate information about Taylor's tours and set lists, casually mentioned during a live stream that a certain megastar has something huge planned before summer officially begins. He didn't name names, but the timing, combined with Taylor's tweet, set Swiftie alarms off everywhere. Even more suspicious, her website temporarily crashed a few hours after the tweet. Some fans reported seeing a brief change on the homepage, a blinking image that resembled a typewriter key. A typewriter, of course, being a prominent symbol in her Tortured Poets album. It vanished within minutes, but screenshots were captured, and when those screenshots were run through a brightness filter, a barely visible phrase appeared: "Midnight comes again." If that's not a clue, what is? To understand the magnitude of what might be happening, it's important to remember Taylor's history of surprise drops. Back in 2020, she released Folklore with just 24 hours notice. No marketing campaign, no singles, just a sudden tweet, a mysterious cover photo, and a date. That album went on to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Then she did it again with Evermore just 5 months later. Swifties know that when the cryptic tweets begin, it's time to clear your schedule. But this time feels different. This tweet wasn't announcing anything. It didn't have a date. It didn't even reference music. It was just an eerie sentence that somehow carried the weight of 1,000 secrets. And it made fans wonder, is she about to release an album that no one, not even her label, knows about? Some believe this could be a continuation of the Tortured Poets Department. Maybe a second volume, or a mirror album like Folklore and Evermore, sister projects that explore similar themes from different angles. There's a theory that she always intended Tortured Poets to be a double album, but split it in two to create space between them. That would explain the rushed timing, the sparse promotion, and the emotional tone of the first project. As one Redditor put it, she left too much unsaid. She has to finish the story. Others believe it's not a continuation at all. Instead, they think it could be a complete shift, a return to her country roots perhaps, or even a long-rumored rock album. Back in 2022, Taylor mentioned in an interview that she grew up idolizing bands like The Cranberries and Garbage, and during her Eras tour, she subtly altered a few arrangements to sound more stripped down and grungy. Fans noticed, and they remembered. Then there's the other wild card, the theory that the secret album is already out there, hidden in plain sight under a pseudonym. It sounds far-fetched, until you realize she's done it before. In 2021, Swift fans uncovered that Taylor had quietly co-written 2 songs for Olivia Rodrigo's Sour under a secret credit, so the idea of her releasing an entire side project under an alias, not impossible. And when a mysterious artist named Elizabeth Archer released a haunting acoustic EP on SoundCloud last week with no photos, no interviews, and a strangely familiar voice, Swifties jumped on it. The lyrics echoed lines from Taylor's previous journals, and the vocal inflections were unmistakable. Whether it's actually her remains to be confirmed, but it's enough to keep the internet buzzing. Even mainstream media is starting to take notice. Rolling Stone ran an article headlined, "Is Taylor about to break the internet again?" The New York Times didn't go that far, but they did mention that a cryptic tweet from pop's most deliberate star has ignited speculation that another secret project is imminent. That's not the kind of language legacy outlets use lightly, and it adds fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Taylor herself has said nothing. No follow-up posts, no interviews, no clarifications, just silence. As the rumor mill spins faster, there's also a growing belief that this entire mystery could be part of something even bigger, a visual project. Fans have noticed that she's been collaborating more with filmmakers lately. Her short film For All Too Well won critical acclaim, and she's been quietly developing a feature-length project under her own production company. What if this new album is actually tied to a film release, or a streaming special, or be both? The beauty of Taylor Swift's strategy is that you never know what's real until it's already happened. She operates in a space between music, mythology, and marketing, and she's mastered the art of turning every moment into an event. Whether it's a tweet, a ring she wears, or a mural on a random wall in Nashville, it all means something, and the fans know it. So now the world waits. Swifties keep refreshing her Twitter, watching the clock, decoding every emoji she likes and every playlist she creates. They know the game. They've played it for years, but this round feels more intense, more urgent, like they're on the edge of discovering something that could change everything. If there is a secret album, it could drop at any moment. Maybe tonight, maybe next week, maybe on the anniversary of something fans haven't even realized is significant yet. But if history has taught us anything, it's this. Taylor Swift always has another move, and she'll make it when we least expect it. Until then, we're all just trying to read between the lines. If you don't want to miss the moment she breaks the internet again, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. You'll want to be the first to know when the next chapter begins, because with Taylor Swift, the story is never over.